Basically what happened was that Yosef had basically captured Binyamin. He wasn't going to give him back. He was not going to give Binyamin back. So then Yehuda came to Yosef. He didn't actually know that it was Yosef. And he came to him, and with all his kindness, he says, you cannot keep Binyamin. Now, why can't you keep Binyamin? He says if Binyamin doesn't come back, he says, since his soul is so bound up with his soul, the father and son have an unbelievable relationship. If he sees that this youth is gone, he's going to die. He's going to die from the suffering. He's not going to be able to handle it. And it will be our fault that we actually killed our father. And if I don't bring Binyamin back, it's as if I sinned against my father for forever, for eternity. So please let us go back. For how can I go to my father if the youth is not with me? At least I see that the evil that will before my father. How can I possibly not show up with Binyamin? Because my father's not going to be able to handle it. So at the next scene was happening, this is the famous classic scene. Now Yosef couldn't endure it anymore in the presence of those who stood before him, the Mitzrayim. So he said, remove everybody. And then he came out with it, he started to cry, and the whole Pharaoh's house heard about it. And then Yosef said to his brothers, Ani Yosef, I'm Yosef. Is my father still alive? He says his brothers couldn't answer him because they were left disconcerted before him. They didn't know what to answer. Ani Yosef. So the Beis Levi has a couple good kashas on this pasuk. First of all, how can he ask, is my father How can he ask, is my father alive? I mean, if you just read the couple paragraphs before, the whole thing was Yehuda was saying to Yosef about my father, is my father alive? What kind of question is that? That's not a question. It was clear as a bell that his father was alive. Why is he asking my father alive? Second of all, where's the answer to that question? If it was a question. But these are like obvious kashas on the pasuk. Is my father alive?
It's a question.
Right.
The answer?
It's not a question. It's a statement.
It can't be it's a question because he knew the answer already. What is the answer?
Rhetorical question. Maybe
It has to be a rhetorical question. A rhetorical question.
No, it's to let you know question.
A rhetorical question is called lashon bitmi in Hebrew. Lashon bitmi means that the question turns to a statement. It's a statement. You ask it. It's like, you know what time it is? I'm not asking you what time it is. I'm telling you you're late. Right?
Means you're 15 minutes late.
Right.
That's good. That's a good way to learn out.
So the Midrash Rabbah, this is a famous thing also. All the Achronim, everybody speaks on this Midrash Rabbah. They bring it down in this week's Parsha. It says, I'll read it to you. Oy liyom adin, oy liyom atachacha. Woe to us for the day of judgment, and woe to us for the day of rebuke. Yosef was the youngest of the ancestors, and the rest of the tribe could not take his rebuke. And they couldn't answer. How much more so when we go up to the Shemaim, when we go up to heaven, and God rebukes us. He says He rebukes us according to our ways. When God rebukes us according to our ways, how much more so we won't be able to answer what to say. So that's the famous thing. So on that, the Beis Levi has another couple kashas. First of all, where's the rebuke? All he said was, Ani Yosef, is my father alive? Where's the rebuke? Where's the tachacha? Ani Yosef. Second of all, what's the difference? He says, the Midrash says, Oy liyom adin, Oy liyom tachacha. Why is he making a split between the yom of the din and the yom of the tachacha? What are these two different aspects that's going to happen when we get up to the heaven? And third of all, what does it mean that God rebukes a person according to his ways? According to your ways, exactly in your ways. So he answers like this. What the Yehuda was saying was a total contradiction. He's saying, I'm Yosef. Is my father alive? You want to claim you're so worried about Binyamin, and you're worried about your father, and you're afraid that if Binyamin stays, your father's going to die, and that's what your worries. But I'm Yosef. Why weren't you worried by me? When you sold me? You weren't worried about your father? Your tiny is an absolute checker. It can't be true. Because the sin, the exact sin that you did by selling me, proves to you that what you're saying is not, you don't even hold by it. You don't hold by that. Exactly what you're saying is checkmate, it's a steer, it's a contradiction. So at that point, they couldn't answer. That's why they couldn't answer. Another part. Now, what does it mean that Hashem will rebuke us according to our ways? So this is the exact same idea. It says in the Midrash, according to our ways. Why is Hashem going to rebuke us? He's going to say, listen, the person's going to get, every time a person sins, the Rebuke says like this, when a person sins, he always has an excuse. says, listen, okay, I sinned. I have a reason why. I was tired, and I was tired, and I was hungry, and I had these certain feelings, and the situation was like this and like that. So a person inside himself, the reason why they don't do tshuva shlema, because they feel they have a certain excuse, basically. So this, what Hashem's going to show you, the exact same excuse that you have doesn't exist. You say, listen, I couldn't get up for the minyan. Yeah, but you got up there earlier the other day to go do who knows what, to go do it without a vera, but the other day, you say, yeah, but I couldn't stay up late to learn. Yeah, but you stayed up pretty late watching a movie the other night. You say, but I can't concentrate. And you seem to be able to concentrate when you read that stupid book that you were reading, you know what I mean? You were concentrating perfectly fine. Right? You say, listen, I have no money to give tzedakah. Yeah, but with that new iPod came out, you seem to have some money for that, So whatever you're going to say, the exact sin, the exact thing that you did, the exact sin that you did itself is going to be the tochacha. That's what it means, that through our own ways, through our own sins, and he brings a beautiful raya. There's a pasuk in Yirmiyahu that says, your evil will chastise you. In other words, your exact avera, that's the thing that's going to give you the tochacha, and your backslidings will repeat. There's no excuse. There are no excuses. There's not going to be. You're going to get to the Shemaim, and every excuse that you, God forbid, Lord, every excuse that you thought you had.
Not you, one person.
Yeah, a person. Every excuse he thought he had, he's going to see. Yeah, but in other aspects, at different times, you had money, and really you weren't tired, and really you could concentrate, and really you could stay up. Mamish, you got to hear this. Another couple minutes. You must hear this.
I need to hear it. Give it to me, Rebbe.
I'm going to answer your. I'm going to build up your kasha. How could it be that God is so strict with us?
I'm a human being.
We're only human beings. We're only human. We're so strict. And not only that, if you look in the beginning of the Mesiras Yesharim, everybody knows, it says here, for who can stand confidently on the day of judgment? Who can be vindicated before his Creator? He takes every little thing into account, every small thing and every great thing. And then he brings down all these examples. If you read Mesiras Yesharim, you know about this. Avram said 2 words, how will I know? He got punished for that. And Yaakov got angry at Rachel a little bit, and he put Dinah in the thing. Doesn't it make sense? All these things. Yosef got punished because he mentioned to the butler, to mention 2 years in prison for one word. David Melech called the Torah a song, and he got punished for that. And Chizkiyahu wanted to show the treasure. So how could it be that God judges for every little thing? We're only human. Right. So I heard one of my rabbis once told me an unbelievable thing. You got to hear this. The answer to that question is, this moment right now, and all of its resources, I mean all of its resources, the entire creation, the stars, the heaven, the earth, the waters, the plants, the earth, I mean everything that's happening to create this 1 second was created for what? For you. For you to do what? To do the right thing. To serve Hashem. Or are you going to do an aver in this moment? Or you're going to say a word of Torah? You're going to learn another Mishnah? What are you going to do with this second? So it's not that God is so strict and he's a mean God and he's, he's bad and he's makpid on everything. God is makpid and he's strict. That's not what's happening. This is why the world is created. It's like a guy has one line in a play, right? He's got a 2.5-hour play, and this guy has one line, and then he gets there to serve the food, and he's supposed to say his one line, and he blows it. He says the wrong word. So you say, oh no, give him a break, give him a break. What do you give him a break? The whole thing was created for him to say that one word. There is no break, no space. There's no way for God to give a break, because the whole creation was just created for you to do the right thing.
It's one word though, but you're talking about 70.
You're talking about 90. You're talking about 120 years.
You're talking about 120. That's a lot. That's more than one word though, because let's say you say the word right on Thursday and then Friday you can't handle it anymore. So what's the answer? You're talking about one phrase. I'm talking about
we have to try
120 years.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. We have to try, but we have to know that every second is valuable. Every second counts. And if you do the wrong thing and you get upstairs and you say, yeah, well, I was tired and I was this.
I'm not promoting the wrong thing. I'm saying, what if you have a breakdown and you need to go on the internet, whatever it is.
If a person needs these things,
to walk out.
L'shem Shemayim. The answer to the question is to be L'shem Shemayim.
So you say you're doing it.
If you don't take a vacation once a year, or take a rest,
you're going to get burnt out.
You're going to break down. So when you are resting and you're relaxing, and if you're doing L'shem Shemayim, you're using that 1 second exactly what it was created for. You're doing the right thing. But the thing is, don't think. The point is, don't think that you have an excuse that I'm too tired and I'm too this and I'm too that, and use all these excuses. Because in the end, you're going to see that for the other affairs and other things, you had money, and you know what I mean. You weren't tired, and you could concentrate. And when it comes to, so you think you're going to get away, but you're not going to get away because your affairs itself are going to be the tochacha. They're going to be the rebuke. The avera itself has built in the rebuke. The energy that you use to do that avera is going to show itself, and it's right there. You could use that same energy to do a mitzvah. So the difference between the Yom HaTochacha and the Yom HaDin is that the Yom HaDin means you get judged for the sin itself. But not only do you get judged for the sin itself, but the sin itself has within it tochacha. It has rebuke. That's why it's two separate parts. Yom HaDin, or in the Yom HaDin, I'm going to be judged for my sins, and or in the Yom HaTochacha, that my sins are going to judge me.